Welcome back. Nigerian military has recorded another significant breakthrough in the fight against kidnapping after troops of Operation Enduring Peace stormed a suspected kidnappers' hideout deep inside the notorious Bandam forest in Plateau State, rescuing 8 adopted victims in a daring early morning operation that has been widely praised by local communities. The successful rescue once again highlights the dangerous battle security forces continue to wage against heavily armed criminal gangs that have turned forests across parts of Nigeria into safe havens of kidnapping, extortion, and violent attacks. According to military authorities, the operation was carried out by troops of Sector 9 Operation Enduring Peace, stationed in Namu Town within Pan local government area of Plateau State. Acting on what officials describe as credible intelligence, the troops launched a carefully planned offensive against suspected kidnappers believed to be operating inside the vast Bandam forest, an area that has increasingly become a concern for both residents and security agencies. Military officials revealed that the operation began in the early hours of the morning when troops advanced towards the suspected criminal hideout after receiving intelligence about the presence of armed kidnappers holding several adopted victims captive. Rather than waiting for the criminals to strike again, the military chose to take the battle directly into the forest, demonstrating an increasingly aggressive approach to dismantling kidnapping networks before they can relocate or demand ransom. As the troops closed in on the suspected hideouts, they reportedly came under gunfire from the kidnappers. A fierce exchange of fire followed as the armed criminals attempted to resist the advancing soldiers and create an escape route through the dense forest. Despite the resistance, military personnel continued their assaults, forcing the kidnappers into disarray. The confusion created during the firefight proved to be a turning point. Military authorities said 3 of the kidnapped victims managed to escape from their captors during the exchange of gunfire, while the kidnappers concentrated on defending themselves against the advancing troops. The frightened hostages seized the opportunity to flee into safer areas before eventually making contact with the soldiers. However, the operation did not end there. Rather than withdrawing after rescuing the first groups, the troops continued an intensive search throughout the forest. Security personnel systematically combed the surrounding area, searching for additional victims who might still be hidden within the kidnappers' camp. Their persistence paid off. During the extended search operation, soldiers located and rescued 5 more kidnapped victims who had remained trapped inside the forest. Their rescue brought the total number of freed hostages to 8, marking another successful operation for security forces battling criminal gangs across Plateau State. Military officials confirmed that all 8 rescued victims were found alive and are currently receiving appropriate care, while arrangements are being made to reunite them with their families. For those families, what began as days or weeks of fear and uncertainty has now ended in relief, thanks to the intervention of the security forces. Beyond rescuing the victims, the operation also sends a strong message to criminal groups operating across the region. Although several of the suspected kidnappers managed to flee during the gun battle, the military says troops remain on their trail. Additional operations are already underway to locate, arrest, or neutralize the fleeing suspects before they can regroup or establish new hideouts elsewhere. The success of the operation has also strengthened cooperation between local communities and the military. According to Operation Enduring Peace, residents have praised the rescue mission and expressed renewed willingness to continue sharing intelligence with security agencies. Community cooperation remains one of the most important weapons against kidnapping, as local residents are often the first to notice suspicious movements or unfamiliar individuals operating within rural areas. Security experts have repeatedly emphasized that credible intelligence from local communities plays a decisive role in successful rescue missions. Unlike random patrols, Intelligence-led operation enabled troops to strike specific criminal locations with greater precision while reducing risks to innocent civilians. Kidnapping remains one of Nigeria's most pressing security challenges. Across several states, armed gangs have continued to adopt travelers, farmers, students, traditional rulers, and entire communities, often demanding enormous ransoms from their release. In many cases, victims spend weeks or even months in forest camps while negotiations continue with their families. Operations such as this one demonstrate that proactive security interventions can significantly disrupt criminal networks before ransom negotiations become prolonged or victims suffer greater harm. They also reinforce the importance of sustained military pressure against kidnapping syndicates that rely heavily on remote forests for protection. Nevertheless, security analysts caution that isolated successes alone will not eliminate kidnapping. Criminal groups often relocate quickly after military operations, making continuous intelligence gathering, surveillance, and rapid response essential to maintaining long-term security. For residents of Plateau State, however, this latest rescue operation offers a welcome sign that determined security action can produce positive results. Every successful rescue not only saves lives, but also weakens the operational confidence of criminal gangs that have terrorized communities for years. As troops continue pursuing the fleeing kidnappers, many Nigerians will be hoping that similar operations are expanded across other parts of the country where kidnapping remains a daily threat. The rescue of these 8 victims serves as a reminder that timely intelligence, coordinated military action, and community cooperation remain powerful tools in the ongoing fight against insecurity. 8 families have been given another chance to embrace their loved ones, while security forces continue their relentless pursuit of those responsible. The operation may not mark the end of kidnapping in Plateau State, but it represents another important step towards restoring confidence, protecting innocent citizens, and denying criminal gangs the freedom to operate with impunity. If you find this report insightful, kindly like, share, and subscribe for more news reports. I'm Chidera Isu. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next report.